Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I know, it's crazy to say, Casey, where'd you get all that hair from? From the top of my head. That's where I got it from. Hello. That's right. Trying to grow this out. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm not too confident. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, y'all didn't come here to view this beautiful hair. You came here to discuss. Hey, I've got a microphone tone, so I know what's going through, even though I can't hear up here. I have the green light, so I am aware. Boom! Whoa! Apparently, I blown something. Did something. It's all right. We're still good. Sorry for those of you at home that had to deal with that loud speaker volume. By the way, this podcast is brought to you by whiskey. What brand? I don't know because I didn't pour my own glass. Anyways, we have wasted a minute of your precious time and we have not even gotten into it. So let's get into it, shall we? Week 7 came and it gone. And we had some teams that separated themselves from the pack and other teams that rose from the bottom of the barrel. And we also have other teams that just had mediocre wins against other teams, and let's get into it. Last week we had count them, two matchups of the week. This one we've already broken the ice into which one that. Let me back that up. We've already broken the ice in the chat as to which matchup of the week there is. And yes, there is only one. And it's so fitting, right? Week 8. It's like halfway through our regular season, pretty much. We have 16 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. I lost track. It was like 22, and I don't even know. We're not halfway there, but we're almost there. Anyways, let's stop talking. Let's get into it. Before we get into recapping the two matchups of the week that we had last week, let's break down the other poor, insignificant ones. Let's go. Mandalorians versus McCollin 25. Fernando, he's been pretty quiet on the Western Front. These two teams went at it and they left nothing. Well, Fernando left it nothing short of fantastic for his 10-2 win over Scott's Mandalorians team, 39 to 35 in the runs. He beat him by 6 home runs. He beat him by 9 RBIs. Mandalorians stole a category in stolen bases. They were very close in average, not close in OBP. That was the other category that Mandalorians got, 349 to 302. And then when you look across the board of the pitching, ERA was big difference, 227 to 5.40, and the wins 5-2, and the quality starts 4-1, saves and holds by 1. But it wouldn't have mattered anyways. McCollin 25 had a pretty standout performance by two players, Pete Alonso and Shohei Ohtani. Across the pond at Mandalorians, I don't know why he's on a pond. It was all Braves, Orlando Arcia and Ronald Acuna Jr. carrying the weight of that team, and also a first baseman. Maybe you heard of him, Paul Goldschmidt, with 7 runs, 2 stolen bases, but a whopping 143. Paul, where have you gone? Across the on the mound. I don't know what I was trying to say. It was basically one Merrill Kelly and Charlie Morton helping carrying McCollin 25. Charlie Morton's going to probably have a 2-start pitching week because he's on the mound right now. And for Mr. Scott, Justin Verlander helped carry the weight of that world along with Logan Allen. Or, yeah, well, sure. Who else? Justin Verlander and Matt Strom, I guess. Okay. He picked up Michael Kopech over the weekend and traded for Bailey Ober and Jesus Lazardo. Nothing really coming from you, Darvish. We all know who you is. You is you. Anyways, again, one last time, McCullen 25, Fernando beat Scott 10-2. Another matchup where somebody is on the rise. Now two big wins. Last week 6-5. This one was a statement win for one Patrick over Brian. Another 10-2 victory, thus putting the Hitmen in the top six. This one wasn't even close except in two categories, ERA and whip. Patrick brung it. 16 home runs, 45 RBIs, 42 runs. He had an offensive put out. Who did it for him? Nolan Arenado, Anthony Rizzo, Corey Seager came on off the DL and said, have some, here's some more. But one Aaron freaking Judge, as long as he's on the in your team, he's going to help carry. I don't know why I keep fitting to say mound. He's not a pitcher. But again, I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Hitman is a team to watch for, especially with guys named Aaron Judge and Nolan Arenado. And then he's got Corey Seager to top things off. On his pitching front, though, a little suspect. Sonny Gray, Nathan Evaldi, Lance Lynn had a good turnout for him, and Hunter Green. It's like, yeah, you can strike people out, but can you stop giving up home runs? Hush! Anyways, Brian, I'm not lying. He's having trouble apparently with a first baseman, but he's not with an outfielder named Josh Lowe. This dude is just crushing it. It's a shame that they don't let this kid play every day, but whatever. I mean, my God, what are you going to do? Hey, that's pretty cool. The desktop has a bunch of new features. That's cool. That is neat. If you haven't gone to the desktop lately, you should do that. Or, yeah, click on a player. It's pretty cool. Although it doesn't tell me what rank he is, it used to. I don't see it anymore. Anyways, moving on. Austin Riley starting to come around a little bit. Josh Lowe, who we already mentioned. Justin Turner, he's got a little boo boo. He's out. And then pitching, again, these two teams are struggling in the pitching category. A little bit better, in my opinion, on Brian's side with one Garrett Cole and now the newly acquired Corbin Burns. So we shall see if Brian's going to make any more moves to try to better his team to try to get out of the bottom tier. Moving on, we've only discussed two. Here's another matchup that didn't involve two teams that were in the top. That would be one Trippin' Billies and Rayford Peaches. Now, Ray said she was going to make an appearance on this podcast. Hey, stop! Stop! Stupid cat. I don't understand why they don't just all declaw kitties. Hold on one second. I've got to parent. Aiden, I appreciate that, but you really need to be washing the dishes. So your phone needs to be out of your hand and into the sink. You've been home almost 10 minutes and I haven't heard even the water being turned on. Hold on. We have an appearance. I need to go here. Yes. Speaking to the microphone.
Hi.
We're discussing your win.
I know. I kicked his ass.
That was an ass that was being kicked. That was Ray Dobson, everybody. What are you drinking, Ray?
Whiskey.
See, I told y'all this podcast was brought to you by whiskey. Whoa.
Jim Beam Vanilla.
Ooh, now we have a brand and the flavor. Would you like to say anything else?
Stream on me again, bitch.
Ooh, love it. Love it. Speaking of streaming, Eric, you streamed and you lost too. Ooh, let that be a message to you motherfuckers. Watch Eric say this. I didn't stream on you. I had a pitcher go down then for the counting, so I picked up Michael Walker, and now look at him. He's an ace again. I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Anyways, that was Ray. Ray jumped in. just in time for us to discuss the matchup that was for the birthday boy whose birthday is tomorrow. I don't know if you guys know this, but Shane's actually a really good golfer. I actually got to see that firsthand. He also got to see I'm not a very good golfer, and so did the neighboring houses that we were playing golf at yesterday. First time ever playing golf, and I think I took out two old ladies, a couple of windows, and I'm still on the run from the law in destruction of a few other properties to remain nameless right now. So this whole podcast never happened. Moving on, Trip and Billy's put out a offensive showdown, 41-14-38 home run or runs, home runs, RBIs. Ray couldn't produce at all. 24-5-21. She did, however, take stolen bases and the average, putting up all them numbers, and yet you still can't hit the ball consecutively. But when you're batting up against a position player, of course, Nolan Gorman is going to put up fantastic fantasy numbers for you. Home runs, 11 RBIs. Matt Olson did pretty good for him. And then you look down the list, it's like nobody else did shit for you. Ryan Mountcastle hit 2 home runs. Whoopity fucking do. He batted 154. Yippee. Ray had a nice little put out from Pasquantino and Perdomo, but apparently Edmund didn't get the picture in terms of power. He did steal some bases for her, but other than that, she didn't get shit from anyone else. Pitching, on the other hand, she got some shit from some people. She got shitted on by one Eric Swanson. Excuse me, everybody. Merrill Kelly did okay. That was about it. But looking on the flip side, talking about getting shit on, Zach Gallen shit on you. Graham Ashcraft shit on you. Seth Lugo shit on you. Ryan Helsley shit on you. Freddie Peralta. A lot of shits being taken on Shane. Shane and shits. Those are the two words I usually associate with one another. Trippin' Billy's couldn't pull out a win last night with Bieber, and therefore he didn't tie a category. He lost 6-5 to Rayford Peaches, thus projectiling Ray from dead ass last to 10th. The other matchup that wasn't really important, that nobody was watching or caring two shits about, was myself and one Eric Croft. And this is what happens when you stream on people, you end up losing, you piece of dog shit. If it wasn't for a trade with one Josh, I would have tied in home runs, and this matchup would have ended in a different story. But Morrell came through again. That'll probably be his last home run for the next month and a half. 34-23 in the runs, 8-7 in home runs, 34-20. And of course, all we got to read and just witness was a bitching upon by one swinging low. Eric just, my team, I haven't, I can't, da 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 da. And then the weekend. Anybody hear anything about this whole weekend woes from Eric? Did anybody hear any chirping about my team can't produce on the weekends? Bitch, you didn't get 9 runs by Friday. Then the weekend happened and you got 11 more RBIs. You sucking fuck cock sucker. Anybody know what that means? Anyways, I don't know what Shane's talking about in the chat. I'm trying to do a podcast here, Shane. Are you even watching? Do you even care? No, I didn't think so. Moving on. Again, Willem Contreras. When has Willem Contreras hit a fucking home run? When's the last time he hit a home run? Other than this past day. So May 10th. May 10th. Literally 11 days ago, that dude hit a home run. And then he hits one yesterday. Yippee. Eric has a better pitching staff. You're welcome, Eric. I traded you every single pitcher that you have on your team. Therefore, I consistently will be able to say FML, fuck my life, because I'm helping you and I'm helping Walker just waltz right into championships. Isn't that awesome? I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your pitching staff. Anyways, trying to catch up again on Shane's chit chatting. Um, you know, Clayton Kershaw didn't look good this week. Alec Manoah. Hey, anybody see that boneheaded move by the Toronto Blue Jays head coach? Head coach. Okay, so you only get to have one mound visit. I guess it's per inning. If you have a second mound visit, you have to take that pitcher out of the game. So apparently, the Blue Jays head coach didn't realize that Alec Manoah had already had a visit from one coach. And if you make another visit, well, guess what? That visit means he's coming with you to the fucking dugout and you're bringing in another pitcher. I don't know. Maybe the head fucking coach should know this. I don't know, because it didn't look like he was actually going to bring him out. How do I know this? Because he walked away from the motherfucker, leaving him in the game. And then the umpire had to just basically tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, head coach, he's got to come with you. What the fuck are we doing here? Now, I don't know how it would have turned out, but I know that he was 1 out away from getting a quality start. That would have been nice to fucking have. Wouldn't have mattered because Eric beat my ass 8-3 in that. So what am I bitching about, anyways? Maybe just any glimmer of hope that Alec fat ass Manoah was actually worth a damn. Because right now, he's not worth any dams. I've got no more dams to give to that piece of shit. He's going to just remain on my roster because I know the moment I drop him, one of you fucking vultures is going to sweep in, grab his carcass, and he's going to be a fucking ace. Win a Cy Young. Hell, they might even give him 2 Cy Youngs, how well he pitches after I drop his ass. Trade Kyle Schwarber away, they say. He's washed up in a fat piece of shit, they say. Well, it might have only been me, they say. But anyways, the motherfucker has hit 2 home runs, one of which was a grand slam ever since I traded his fucking ass. What's MJ Melendez done? Absolutely nothing. Good job, Casey. Round of applause for being a dipshit. Anyways, moving on. We have yet to even cover the other 2 matchups, those that were the matchups of the week. Let's cover the one that was between Rally Monkeys and Red Sox Nation. 10-2 in this one. We had 3 10-2s, didn't we? No? Yes? This one was close, though. This one was very entertaining. This was not a blowout by any means. Walker beat Red Sox Nation in 5 of the 6 batting categories, running away literally 6-2 in the stolen bases was all that Red Sox Nation was given. 38-34, 13-11, 32-31. That's how close it was. 270, 238, 365, 314. On the other hand, really close. 1 win decided the factor. 8 strikeouts decided. No, wait. Yeah, 8. I'm very good at math. It was close. Jason, don't give up just yet. That was a close matchup. And really, it'd be one of those where it's like, man, if you leave 1 home run on your bench, you are kicking yourself in the ass. But yet again, it was just another showing of, hi, look at my bullshit batters. This week, they're placing off against the Oakland Athletics and the Jumbo Shrimp. They're going to hit 9 home runs, 47 RBIs are going to be driven in, and it's going to be a great day for me, Christopher Walker. Meanwhile, I've got 17 starting pitchers that all have been named Cy Young 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're all in the running for it. Even my relief pitchers could get a Cy Young. You never know. They're Monio Rivera 2.0. It's all good. That's Christopher Walker for you. He just made an appearance in the podcast. We're not going to get too much into that matchup because I know Jason's probably tired of hearing it. 10-2. We had 3 matchups that ended with that same score. We had one matchup that was a complete shutout. Bench warmers, where have you gone? I titled, my God, I can't speak. I titled this podcast. I have to remember what I titled that. I think it was like, I saw a pooty tat. That's the only thing that I could come up with. Josh, you can look at the score and say it was not that close. Okay. Even though you lost by 1 win and you lost by 1 quality start, you tied in saves plus holds, but you didn't get anything else. Again, this was very close in some categories. Runs, home runs, look at that. Look at that. Just like you're probably pissed at me because had you had Christopher Morel on your team, you would have tied in runs and tied in home runs, and it wouldn't have been as bad. Eesh, probably should have brung that up. Sorry about that. I thought I saw a putty cat. Drop it like it's Pfaadt. Nick, do you even have Brandon Pfaadt on your team anymore? Didn't you drop him? No, maybe you kept him. Okay, you kept him. All right. Anyways, this was a fun matchup too to watch. A lot of offense, kind of, you know, just whatever. But if it wasn't for Christopher Morel, Josh, where would you have been? 9-4-7. He had 4 of your 6 home runs. You got 1 from Rutschman and 1 from Green. None from Yelich, none from Wander Franco. I think he left a few on your bench with Ezekiel Duran, maybe one from Starlin Marte. Who knows? Maybe Nico Horner. Corbin Carroll's starting to turn it around. Jordan Alvarez doing his thing. Kyle Tucker doing his thing. Yeah. Welcome back, Jose Altuve. Anyways, this was a fun matchup too. A lot closer. I would expect that the 4 teams that we've seen compete at this level will return in the playoffs. I have no doubt it will be interesting to watch. That's 4, I said. So who are going to be the other 2? Speaking of which, let's move on into week 8 because we're wrapping this thing up. Right now, we have the matchups. McCollum 25. He's probably already hit 4 home runs and driven in 19. Nope, not yet, but he is batting 308. Must be them damn Braves just doing nice things for you. Hush. Stupid ass dogs. Anyways, let's see what we have here. Sorry, Jason, you are not going to be mentioned. I saw what you said earlier. You will not be mentioned in our matchup of the week this week because you are in 8th place. You are facing the birthday boy this week, Trippin' Billy's. This will still be an interesting matchup, and it's interesting for one Red Sox Nation. He might want this score to hold up 10-1. That would put him back. Benchwarmers will be facing off against Mandalorians, but right now that one's a shutout again, 9-0. And again, it's only Monday. Everybody calm down. Rally Monkeys. What? Let me back that up. Hitman versus Rayford Peaches. Rayford Peaches trying to rise back up again in the ranks while Hitman is looking to do nothing but mow down everybody in his path and get into contention even more. Swinging low versus Bucketheads. This one too will be interesting because if Eric loses another close matchup again, what will he do? We already seen him drop CJ Crone today. When did he go in the draft? We saw CJ Crone get dropped. TJ Anderson? Tyler Anderson? What? I don't even remember his name. He was just traded for, and I dropped his funky ass. He'll do well for Trippin' Billy's. Watch. Why can't I remember his name? Tyler Anderson? Is that it? Anyways, he's dropped. Myself and Fernando are facing off against one another, but again, you can't have a matchup of the week without mentioning one Rally Monkeys against Drop It Like It's Pfaadt. That was kind of the reason why I brung up Pfaadt because in the title of the podcast, because here we are. I thought I saw a putty tat. This is going to be good. Rally Monkeys, one Walker, has already been talking smack, and I believe he's probably already hit 4 home runs. Yep, he's hit a home run. I forgot. One Kyle, you shoulda, coulda, woulda had me, Schwarber. Oh, and he's left Stout and Telez on the bench already, and nobody else has even gotten a hit. 0 for 18, and he's left 2 home runs on the bench. Nick, what is you doing, baby? Yes, I stole that from Trevor Plouffe on the Talking Baseball podcast. Speaking of which, I think we're done talking baseball. 25 minutes, and I think we're all good to go. Don't forget tomorrow, everybody blow up the league chat and text message Shane and tell him happy birthday. And Nick, wherever you are, not Nick G. Coletto, Nick Pokenis, you can give him a lap dance. That's right. You have my permission. That might be the whiskey talking. I don't know. Appreciate yesterday, boys. That was real fun. I really enjoyed playing the game of golf. I will never watch the sport golf on television. I can't do it. Maybe when I'm older. I won't say never, but because I also said I would never play the sport. But, when it comes to Nick, the person who loves to pick on me every fucking day, I decided to let my guard down. Who knows why? Anyways, I had fun. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you have a great week, but not too great, Fernando. Right? 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 I'm trying to stall. Here we go. 26-minute podcast. Your stream will end. We'll no longer be live.